Hi everybody, my name is Zoe Spies with the American Shakespeare Center, and I'm so excited to celebrate Shakespeare's birthday today by painting a little portrait of our beautiful home, the Blackfriars Playhouse, which happens to be located conveniently directly across the street. If I can get it to, yeah, that's it, that's part of it. You get the idea. Anyway, so what I'm going to be doing with this video is walking you through start to finish how I would go about putting together a doodle of our beautiful home. So what I've done already, I'm not going to be using the building to paint this particular portrait because buildings are finicky. You know how they can up and change in a minute. So I've taken a photograph from the street from earlier this morning, which I'm going to access from my iPad, and it looks like this. Don't you love technology? So I'm going to be using that as my reference photo. I'm going to sketch out this drawing with a couple of probably 2H pencils. These are drawing pencils. You definitely don't need drawing pencils. You can just draw with whatever you'd like. But when I'm doing something that's going to go from a sketch to an ink drawing to watercolor, I like to use a really lightweight lead. And this is 2H, which means it's hard, which means the line weight is very light. So pencils. I will be using my standalone little eraser because, as you saw, those pencils don't have erasers. I don't know how to pronounce this word. I never have. I have taken art classes. I still don't know how to pronounce this word. Anyway, and then I've got my sketchbook right here, which I'll be doing the whole kit and caboodle in. So, oh, and then I'll have an ink pen to do my ink drawing, and this is my portable little watercolor set, which went with me in my 2 years of tour. Yeah, and I've got my picture and I'm all set. So I have a feeling that the light will be different every time I come to you because art takes time. And this is just round one. So join with me. Happy birthday, Shakespeare. Let's make some art. Hi everybody, it's Zoe Spies again with the American Shakespeare Center. Wanted to check back in on the progress of my portrait of the Blackfriars Playhouse, the beautiful building across the street. I've been working from the reference photograph that I took, and I've got the preliminary sort of pencil sketch completed, and I've just begun the inking process, which is when I outline everything I've drawn in ink pen. And I use these, sometimes I use these Pilot Precision Precise pens that you can find at Staples. The ink can run when it gets wet, but I think that's okay. I like messy lines. So you'll notice the notepad is in fact larger, sketchpad, because I realized that my little spiral bound one wasn't going to cut it when it came to drawing this big sucker. So here we go. We've got the light pencil drawing lines you can see, and then here is where I've started to outline in ink, which is my favorite part because it's kind of fun and mindless and starts to pop off the page. So yeah, next up after that is to add some color to this rodeo, and we'll see how it goes. I will check back in. An update on how we're doing with my drawing of the Blackfriars Playhouse. I've just finished inking out the pencil drawing that I made of the Blackfriars Playhouse, and this is what it looks like right now. So as you see, it's just black and white. There's no shading really. There's just the sort of 2D line drawing that we've got. And so I'm going to use that and take my watercolor set, my little portable watercolor set, and I'm going to color it out. So we've got my palette, which these are well used, but they still work just great. And this is what I use as sort of a palette to mix the colors in. And then I've got a paper towel here for dabbing and to get rid of excess water. And speaking of water, I've got a glass of water here and my little tiny paintbrush. So I'm going to get to work on this and use my reference photograph to try and put some color into this and give it some shading and some depth, and see what we come up with. I've just finished my watercolor portrait of the Blackfriars Playhouse and put my signature on it and dated it with Shakespeare's birthday on auspicious day. So here we go. This is what I've got. It was really fun to do, lots of fun shadows and contrasting colors, which is always a pleasure to deal with, especially with the pretty dogwood trees in bloom right now. I had a great time doing this, and thank you for tuning in. If you have any questions about watercolors or drawing or sketching or anything like that, or Shakespeare, feel free to ask. And until the next time we all get together, I hope you all are safe, healthy, happy, and enjoying Shakespeare's birthday. Take care.